All right, to make a 3D castle, a castle that is like a sculpture that stands up, you're going to need 2 pieces of paper. You can use this 2 different colors, same color, white paper, whatever you want, whatever you have available. 2 papers, a marker, a glue stick, scissors, maybe a pencil. If you have white glue, that's fine. You don't have to have glue stick. It could be one or the other. All right. First thing I'm gonna do is we need to cut these papers, and this paper, the paper that you want as your base, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it in half, and then we'll cut that half and half again. And I'll show you how to do that. So what I first do is I like to fold my paper in half, the long way, so like a giraffe. And I press it down. So now I have half. I like to open it up and cut on that fold. You can also draw a line there with your pencil or marker if it makes it easier for you to see. So I cut it in half. Notice how I'm holding my scissors. Thumb on the top, fingers on the bottom, pointing away. Now, for this sheet, we want to fold this one in half this way. And we make a crease. And we can open it up and cut on that line, or you can draw a line and cut on that. Now I have 3 pieces here. We'll save this one. In a little bit, we'll look at it. All right, so I want to make this paper longer. That's why I made this piece. So what I'm gonna do is I want to attach this paper and this paper right like that. We want to make it really long. So I'm gonna grab my glue and I'm gonna put glue right on the edge. So put a little glue here. I like to go over it a couple of times. I'm gonna place my paper on, try to make it straight. And I'm gonna rub 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know it's really good when I rub it from 2 sides. Now I have a really long piece of paper. What I wanna do is I wanna make it into a circle. And when I make this part into a circle here, see how it's a circle? It becomes a cylinder because it's tall. So it's a circle and a cylinder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some glue on the edge. And I'm going to bring this together and press. Once again, we should rub it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I have a cylinder. What we want to do is we want to make our castle 3D. It's usually not a cylinder. You could leave it a cylinder, but castles are usually a rectangular prism. So to make a rectangular prism, we need to squash it. So gently squash it and press these crispy ends. So press there a couple times, come over here and press this way. Okay. And we have a flat piece again, flat rectangle. What you want to do is you want to stand it up and you want to take these edges. You see how I'm making it kind of pop open a little bit? Looks like an eye, right? You want to take these ends and bring them together. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my hands there on the edges and I'm just going to bring it together until my fingertips touch. So kind of makes an 8. Bringing together my fingertips. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we want to flatten it. So then I flatten it. And I'm going to go here and flatten it that way. We want to rub on the corners. Make the folds crispy. And we can stand it up again. pull it out. Now, I like to take my pinchers and sort of pinch this side, turn it a little bit and pinch that side, and then I know I have a rectangular prism. All right. That's the base of my castle. While I have it, what I can do is I can make a door. Like that. I could put some cuts in it, fold them, put 2 cuts, and I fold it down. 2 cuts, and I fold it down. And now I have castle top on my door. And you can just fold it in. You don't have to cut that off if you don't want to. All right, so the tabs are still there. No one has to see them. I'm not worried about that. And you can do that all the way around if that's what you want. I'm gonna actually go across to the other side, and I'm gonna do it again. 1, 2. 2 little cuts, the same distance in. And I'm pushing in every other spot. So it's open, and then I pushed it in, and it's open still, and I push it in. And then I push it in. There we go. So now I have a castle top on one side, and then I have castle top on the other side, and then I have a door. Okay? I'm gonna put that to the side. My next step, and I still have this paper, I'll save it. I'm not sure what I want to use it for, so I'll save that. Now I have another paper, and what I want us to do is I want us to fold it, but not all the way together. So not all the way. You want you to leave some gap there and press it down. So I still have some, maybe, I don't know, a couple fingers, maybe 3 fingers. I don't know. 3 little kid fingers for sure. All right. And I want to cut on that line. And you can draw on that line if it's easier for you to see it when you cut. So I'm going to cut on that line. So I have a skinnier one and a bigger one when I'm all done. Skinny rectangle and a little fatter rectangle. All right, see? One is a little skinnier than the other one. All right, I want to move the skinny one away. And I have this one here and this one here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. One more time. Fold it in half one more time, and I'm gonna cut it again. We're getting good at cutting things in half. We're cutting on our fold. Folds are great because they make straight lines for us. All right, now I have these 2 pieces that are almost a quarter of the paper. And it's great because it's a little taller than my castle, but not too tall. You could go this way or you could go this way. You want to curl it up and make a tube. If you want to, you could use a toilet paper tube, but you can also make another cylinder with the paper. So I want it to curl up like this, but I know that my paper doesn't like to stay curly, so I have 2 ways to do it. If you have a glue stick, you can roll it up over your glue stick like that. That helps make the paper a little curly. Or, like I said, you can have a marker. It doesn't matter what kind of marker you use. You could use a highlighter, you could use whatever. You can take it and then you can roll it up. This is just to curl your paper. You can also do it with a pencil, and it makes your paper curly so that your paper is a little easier to glue together and make a cylinder. Here's how it looks when you do it with the pencil. Roll it up around the pencil. And it's a little harder. But it helps. It helps make it curly. When you want to glue it, it's going to stay. All right. So in order to make the cylinder stuck together, we need to put more glue. I'm going to do it on this side. Put some glue along that long edge, or on the edge that isn't curly, one of the straight edges. I'm gonna roll it up. I don't know if you can see, I put the glue there. Gonna roll it up, and I'm gonna press like this. And if you want, you can just stick your finger in there, or you could stick your marker in there and press it down. Pinch it. And now you have a cylinder, which will make for a very good tower. Okay, so we'll put that there. Let's make another one. Glue along the straight edge, not on the curly edge. And you're gonna roll it up and bring it together and press it down. Your fingers might not reach all the way in there, and that's okay. You can ask a friend for help. You can ask a grown-up to help you, or a brother or sister, if you can't get it yourself. But do your best. All right, now I have 2 cylinders, and I can put those with my castle. So I need to think about, where do I want them on my castle? I could put them next to each other in the front. I could put one in the front and one in the back. It's up to me to make a choice. Now, what I like to do to attach my cylinders onto my base is I like to make my base kind of flat and put the glue on here, and then stick this on instead of putting the glue on here. It's too tricky. It's all rounded. It's tricky. So I like to put the glue onto the castle base, onto the rectangular prism. So I'm going to put some glue along the edge. I like to do it on the corner. You can do it right in the middle. It's up to you. You take your cylinder and you put it on there. You kind of want to line up the bottom as if it's orange. If the cylinder or the orange piece here goes too long like this, it won't stand up very well. So I like to put it even. I like to make them even there. And I press it, and you can have it laying flat and press it down. If you want to, you can take your marker in there and kind of press it down. All right. And that should be one side. Might have to hold it and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. All right. Now I'm going to come over here. I want to do one on this side. So I'm going to press it down again, flatten it, put some glue on it. And once again, press it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we're gonna stand it back up. Our castle may get squashed. So we're gonna like this. A little gentle push it back into shape. I'm gonna fix my castle tops there. Now I have a castle that is 3D, right? We have the base and we have 2 towers. All right, and that's all you need to do for today, is to make the base and the 2 towers.